YouTube just pulled the big dirty on me. I uploaded on New Year's Eve a video about the online gambling epidemic. It's an anti-gambling video, a case study on one of these online casinos, how they've been known to use shady advertising practices, immoral user retention tactics, how regulators are just starting to crack down on it, and the maneuvers throughout the years to get around these regulations. Oh, and one day after posting, two of the main promoters of the website, Drake and Aiden Ross, are now at the center of a federal RICO class action. RICO's the act that was originally created in 1970 to help federal prosecutors go after organized crime groups like the mafia because normal criminal charges were not effective against large, coordinated criminal enterprises. The complaint alleges that they promoted an illegal online gambling operation, used aspects of the platform to conceal money flows, and conspired to artificially inflate play counts on music as a broader scheme. This all still has to be proven, of course, but my video touched on some of this stuff. And I thought I was pretty careful with my video to not advertise anything. I blurred the website's logos in the intro. I added what I thought was too many disclaimers about the dangers of gambling, where to get help if you need it, and I even said, behind the flashy sponsorships are lawsuits, shady advertising practices, and a lot of people who lost a lot of money. This video is not gambling advice or a promo. It's a story about how a crypto casino managed to take over the internet as one massive billboard, as CoffeeZilla put it, to the point that it feels almost impossible to stop. Despite all of this, YouTube marked the video as age restricted. This is a really big deal because it kills visibility and reach, and it's just not fair. Let me explain why. Number one, there's plenty of videos like mine talking about the gambling epidemic. This one by Maddie Balls, as you'll know, there's no age restriction on this. It would appear as a notice just below the video's description like it does on mine. Another by Jen with 500,000 views. This one by Drew with 8.7 million, another with 1.6 million, and of course CoffeeZilla, as you've likely seen 2 months ago, closing in on 7 million views. No age restrictions in sight. Did YouTube just miss all of these people? No, it's because my video and theirs are well within policy. When YouTube limited my video, they sent me this email. It links out to the policy in violation. You're not allowed to advertise gambling websites, and that is a good thing, but my videos and others are a massive smear campaign against online gambling. And YouTube carves out an exception for this on the policy, quote, in some cases, we may make exceptions for content with educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context, including content that is in the public's interest. This limitation really sucks because it completely kills the video's reach. Looking at the stats, you can see how after being limited, the views just drop off a cliff. It's only being sent to subscribers. There's a guy in my Discord asking if he can view the video somewhere else because he refuses to make accounts on Google for privacy concerns, and he can't watch it without one because he has to log in, has to confirm that he's over 18. Remember that the YouTube you're viewing right now is not the YouTube that is made for kids. That's a completely separate experience from the way that you're watching this video now. People that do make content targeted at kids, there's a separate checkbox when you're uploading the video. You have to say, yes, this is made for kids. Everybody else on YouTube, like me, says, no, this isn't made for kids. And there's no age restriction put on those videos. It's because the experiences are separate. It's not like a bunch of 6-year-olds are going to be recommended this video. Like, then it would make sense to do a broad age restriction on even videos talking about the dangers of gambling, but it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And this is one of the precarious parts of being a YouTuber. My livelihood and the livelihood of the team behind my channel is dependent on views to earn income. This video so far has made 50 Canadian dollars. That's about 35 freedom bucks. And because it's now age restricted, most companies advertising on YouTube, they don't opt in to advertising on age restricted videos. So even if you go and find the video on my channel and watch it, it's not going to make any significant revenue. Just to give you a little insight, the entire production cost was $2,402 US. That's between one part-time employee who helps me research, script, and package these videos, and the cost of various freelance and contract editors and designers we work with. And that's not including my time. I only get paid when the video does well, and I put a lot of time into this. And the sponsor of the video, we book these on deals that pay per 1,000 views, so that hurts bad too. But the worst part is, sometimes course, we can get ad deals that pay a flat rate, but those are based on the performance of your past uploads. So having this video on my channel is like a black mark that will lock me into taking view-based deals, likely for the next 6 months, as that's the time frame most sponsors want to see consistent views before agreeing to flat rates. That's a long time without any guaranteed income, and it sucks. And it kind of puts me in a hard spot. Part of me wants to ask the sponsor if I can just cancel the deal and delete the video this time around. At the same time, I think it's an important anti-gambling message and I want people to hear it. Worse, if I delete it, I know there will be some people that accuse me of getting paid off by the big gambling corporations to have done so. But I knew this was a risk because a RuneScape YouTuber I follow, KempQ, posted a video on the same topic just days before me, and his was age restricted too. He took to Twitter to try and get it fixed. That's how I found out. I see as of today, he's still had no luck on getting that restriction removed. When I first saw his Twitter post, we were mid-production. So first, I did a sweep of the entire video's edit before going live. That's when I was like blurring logos, making sure that there was no actual gambling footage shown, really cleaned up my language and added extra disclaimers. Then I even reached out to YouTube creator support. This is a special live chat you get access to at 100,000 subscribers, asking them to do a manual review of the unlisted video before I made it public to make sure it wouldn't get restricted. I told them about all the time and money it cost to produce. They asked for a few minutes to look into it, eventually coming back saying it's not possible to do a manual review until the video has been made public. I pushed back again, but no luck. In the end, they reviewed the YouTube policies and what I told them about the video in chat and said it sounded like it would probably be fine. Of course it wasn't, because hours after going public, it got limited after a manual human review. My channel is big enough that all my uploads get queued for manual review after posting. I can see this on the monetization status. People have a lot of issues with this process. They know that these guys doing the reviews are overworked. They only have seconds per video. It's just not a thorough process. You get one appeal when a restriction has been put on your video. You can submit a text box asking for them to take a look at it one more time with a description of why you think the decision was a mistake. I told them more or less what I've covered here so far, that it's clearly within policy. The other videos like mine that are not restricted, how it promotes no websites and tells people not to gamble, and where to get help if they need it. The appeal was denied within an hour. But I had one last trick up my sleeve. I hit up YouTube support again and begged for one more manual review, giving them even more details. They opened a new case, told me they were pushing it to a higher tier of support and that they'd get back to me within 24 hours. Yesterday, I got the reply and it was just more bad news with the same generic response. There's a program where some YouTubers get partner managers. I was on it for a while, but they only give smaller guys like me one for 6 months to try and help grow the channel, and they have access to higher tier support. That's how I got my handle at Crumb on here. I had asked through the normal support live chat for years and they were never able to help me, but the partner manager and their special support team was able to get it done. You've got to be really big to get a dedicated support manager, like millions of subscribers, millions and millions of views each video. If I had one of those, I think I likely would have been able to get an honest, critical review of my video, at least with pointed feedback of the issue instead of these generic replies. Maybe that's why the other videos are unrestricted. They have a dedicated person at YouTube that's willing to look into it. So what's the point of all of this? It just sucks. Part of me is hoping this video does well to recuperate some of the cost and ad revenue. Part of me wants you to go watch my video since YouTube isn't going to recommend it besides in subscription boxes. Like all my videos, I put a lot of time and effort into it. I'm proud of this one. I want people to see it. I want to be compensated for it. And when it all goes wrong, like now, I want to complain about it. I suppose it could be worse. I could have had my New Year's start with a RICO case opened against me instead of getting my silly internet video limited, glass half full. But yeah, what am I gonna do? Thanks for watching and Happy New Year's. I'll see you in the next story.